Hello YouTube, oops, welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the Pacific Northwest in Hickville, USA, as I love to call it, Belfair, Washington. Welcome to my channel, everybody. So please note that every month I concentrate on a specific stamp set, suite, or bundle, and for the month of March, I am concentrating on the Storybook moments from Stamping Up in the new mini catalog, the January to April mini catalog. So I have a standard of 2 sets of series going on. I have a Monday series and a Saturday series. This one is the beginning of my Saturday series. So for those of you who are new, please note that the Monday series, those are always, the first Monday is always a sketch card, the second a case card, the third Monday is always a shaker card, the fourth is a fun fold, and when there are 5, like there are in this month, those are a mystery as to what I will come up with. So for the month of March, there are 5 Saturdays as well. So we will have on the 5th Saturday will be a mystery as to what I will come up with. Though I already know what I'm coming up with, actually. I do. I would love to get to it, but I'm kind of like OCD where I start at number 1 and I work my way to number 4 or 5. So being number 1, my Saturday series, the first Saturday is always designed towards the beginner, the second a casual card, the third is an avid, the fourth is what I would consider an extreme, and the 5th is a mystery, though I do know what we're doing for that one. So this being the beginner card, and I do want to let you know that for the month of March, I'm bringing back my Saturday series because that is going to be designed towards craft and art projects using the suite, because I am making stuff for my house for spring and Easter. I cannot not do it, because guys, when I saw this, and this is what sold me on it, and that sparked ideas going through my head that I just could not get away with. And if you've seen some of them, you've seen some of the little bits that I have bought. Let me share you another one. I just found this $2.50 at Hobby Lobby. Look at these cute little frames. And I was like, oh, so no, they're not going on cards. This is for the arts and craft projects, okay? Of course, they're going to have a little bunny or a little house, something in them. They're just going to be adorable. And we have this adorable DSP that has all these wonderful little bunnies. Let me pull it out, hopefully, here. That you can die cut some of them, but fussy cut them. I'm looking for those little frames. I mean, come on now. Are you telling me these are not the cutest things? And yes, I was really good. I mean, I was really good where I was only going in there for looking for paper roses and a charm to make a special bookmark. And lo and behold, but for $2.50. Oh, of course, they're like wired in here. They won't just pop off. So there's one. I just want to show you how cute this is, because I know it's cute. Oh, and I picked up more bookmarks for 99 cents. Yeah, I walked out of there spending so little money. It was funny. So look at this. I mean, there. Oh, look at the little reading one. Look at that. Isn't that darling? Isn't that cute? I mean, come on. Sweet as can be. So I'll put those over there. And they're not heavy. They're not metal. They're just like plastic, but they're so adorable. So adorable. So anyways, yes. Oh, and look at the little houses. Look at this. Look at that one. You could do this one that way. This one, look how cute. I'm telling you. You know, all of my, I think of when you're a little girl and, you know, a child, and you're playing with doll houses. Yes, this suite is so adorable. So let's take a look at what this is real quick. So this was, as I did get the suite, because yes, I don't always do this, but this one sold me on it. So it's a 2 stamp set and die set suite. So you had the Storybook Garden Patch, Storybook Friends. This is the one we're using. As this is for a beginner, we are not using any die cuts or anything, though I'm going to show you how to step it up just a hair. So we're using Storybook Friends, just a stamp set, but this is a look at the dies. They have the antique pearls, the pretty, petal pink, the timeless plaid, the Storybook Moments DSP, which has some ephemera in it. It's just gorgeous. They give you great ideas. I liked all of the cards they designed in here. This one has a lot of coloring in it, which, guys, today we're coloring with colored pencils. Yes, we can color. I can color. I will do something with the blends, but this is not it. I almost did 2 cards, and then as I was coloring, I've been out here for like a couple hours, I'm like, oh, this could get really long. Let's try not to make it long. So let's show you what we have. So I have my really super old Stampin' Up colored pencils. So if you don't have Stampin' Up's colored pencils, guys, I'm being honest with you, because I have Hank's old colored pencils from elementary school, several different packages. I do use those. I do. So don't freak out that you don't have Stampin' Up's colored pencils. I am not one of those. I'm just telling you, they are nice. I do have them. I have 1 packet of the new ones. I'm not buying any more. I don't need any more colored pencils. These are watercolored pencils. Yes, they blend easily, but so do regular colored pencils. I have shown that before. So I'm using a few of my old ones and some of the new ones. The new ones, what is the difference? Well, the new ones are labeled. This is one of the old ones. Okay, what the new ones, they have, like this one just says blue in the Stampin' Up here. That's the difference. That's it. So I'm using some old and new ones. And then let's get, I really don't even need the notebook. We don't need the notebook. All right, so I do have a sample to show you. So I have my inside pieces. I started one. We're going to stamp it, but this just gets me started. This is what the inside piece, I told you, this is to step it up. I have options for you. Yes, I do. Okay. Options. So I have pre-made card bases that I got. I had a $5 coupon for Michael's, and I went in and I used it, and I got a package of pre-made note cards and envelopes. If you don't have these, you can make your own, especially if you have an envelope punch board. So the only thing with these note cards, guys, it drives me bonkers in the head that these are 4 7/8 this way by 7, and they're scored at 3.5. They are not 5 by 7. They are 4 7/8 by 7, scored at 3.5. But I'm getting used to it. So I'm using one of these because I like the craft. I just think it kind of goes with the little bunny theme. So I'm using them. But if you have a standard white note card, you can use that. You can use a very vanilla. You would not need the layers then, okay? You would not need layer number 1. This is a sample of what we are doing. I just wanted to do something, and you guys are going to laugh. You're going to think, oh my gosh, is she crazy? Wait till you see what I stamped it on. Ta-da! 8. Yes. Do you see that? That's what I stamped it on. I was grabbing it. I was looking for ideas, just playing around. And guess what, guys? I'm going to use this on a card. Yes, I am. Ta-da! It's right there. So when I'm done showing you, I'm going to glue that right there because there is nothing wrong with this. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. So I have it all prepped to go because I'm not letting this, it came out darling. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with this. So this is what we are doing. This just happens to be half of this so that once I stamp it, we don't have to sit here and watch me color everything, but I'm going to show you how I colored this. Okay. And this is the inside. So I have a sample to show you. So let's go over layers. Now, this layer is optional. I just happened to think once I was doing this, because this looks great, you'll see, that looks perfectly fine. If you want to step it up, you can add a layer of cardstock to it. Okay, so now let's go over the measurements. This is 3 by 4.5, really simple. So that is I just cut it down a little. So layer number 1, we're not going with the optional, we're just going with the standard layer. This is 3 by 4.5. Now if you want that optional layer of colored cardstock, this is 3 1/4 by 4 5/8. Okay, which I am going to use it because it's going to look really cool. Now we'll get to this other little optional piece at the very end. So I have 2 more because by the time I'm done, I'm going to have a total of 3 cards ready to go. So I have insert pieces for the others as well. And when you cut the 3 by 4, you're going to need to cut 2 of them, because if you're using the craft note card, you're going to need one for the inside. But for this purpose, you are going to need 2 pieces of white. If you're following me directly, 2 pieces of white that are 3 by 4, a note card and envelope, craft. If you are using a white or very vanilla note card or cream note card, leave this out. Unless you want to do colored, then you could still do a colored piece of cardstock, okay? Hopefully I'm not confusing anybody. The optional layer is 3 1/4 by 4 5/8. We don't need that till the very end. We don't need any of this. This is simple stamping. This is for a beginner. So we have one for the inside, one for the outside. We are going to do the inside first because it is the easiest. We will color them all together, but we're going to stamp it. So we have, oh, we're going to be stamping this one. It's much larger than it appears on the cover. So just stamp this down at the bottom. Now, don't forget your envelope. Don't forget your envelope. So we're going to stamp this as well, okay, as we're going along. Next, we're going to stamp, we're doing this all with black memento. I'm going to stamp Easter greetings. We're not done with it. You could leave it like this. I'm going to color mine in. So I'm going to set that one aside. Now for the front. So for the front, you can see I have some torn up little strips of a Post-it note. I'm going to stamp it here. There's one. So I took a Post-it note, these little mini ones. Did it like that, tore this off, and went like that. That's how I got all those over there. And I brought this back in. I am just making my carrot patch larger. I want it even bigger than this. Let me show you the one I did. Do you see all this? We're just making our carrot hill. Our carrot patch is going to get larger now. So now I have extras. So here's one. Kind of put that there. It's a real forgiving stamp. You can actually go almost straight across to do this too. So I want like right there. Now I'm just going to turn it this way. I'm going to ink it up again. I'm going to put a bit there. And that's going to be good. So now you can see we have our carrot patch is much larger. Right? All good. So next we're going to stamp our large bunny, the largest of the bunnies. He's going in the center. And you don't need to worry about putting him directly down there, just close. And then I have this little bunny. Now there's not one facing one way. I just want the teeny one. I'm going to put him right about here. And this guy is going to go right here. We're making our own little scene. Now this is where you can veer off. You can see what we've done. Here I stamped happy in the center. Oop, that's hello friend. Where's happy? Because we did happy spring. I stamped happy in the center, and then happy spring, and then I stamped it like this across here. However, I used the word window punch and the modern label punch, and I stamped hello. I punched it out with the word window, and then the modern label I did in old olive, and this is 3/4 of an inch. You could do this. All right, you could. I might still lay that on top of one, but for this one, simple stamping, right? Going to stamp happy spring and happy. Oops, a little low. It's kind of hard to see when you can't see it. So there we go. That's all the stamping. Well, we can turn our envelope over and stamp. Oh, we need to stamp hello friend down here. That's good. You still have plenty of room for your address. And then I think we're going to stamp our happy spring on the back and the wee little bunny right there. Okay, so envelope is done. We're going to set that aside, and now I'm going to show you. This one will get colored in later. I can show you how I started coloring. I'll start on here and then we'll finish up on this one. Oops. Let's start by coloring the inside one. So the browns that we have in the pack for the new Stampin' Up is Pecan Pie and Early Espresso. So Pecan Pie, I knew that I wanted that for the bunny, so I didn't want that for my ground coverage. So for Early Espresso, I used it on outlining the dirt. Like so. And where it looked like there were those little bits, I just colored those in. And this is where I needed a different brown. I really would have liked creamy caramel, but we didn't have one. So this one, I believe, is what used to be chocolate chip. So I took the flat edge of my colored pencil and went like this. This is why I decided not to do 2 cards for this one, because I'm like, oh no, we're going to get stuck coloring. So there's that, right? And then we needed, this is one of the new ones. This is in the old pack too, pumpkin pie. Just color in the carrots that are sticking up out of the ground. There's only 3 on that one. And then I used 2 different greens. One of my old greens, which this could be like, I don't know if it's glorious green or it's maybe garden green or something. It's a bright green, so I think it was part of the old bright. So I took old olive and colored in the leaves. Oops. No blenders on this. I wasn't, like I said, beginner card, right? Simple stamping. Then I took that brighter green and I just gave it a little highlights. Just added a little bit to brighten up the green. That's it. So that's for the inside. I'll have to stamp another one here when we're done. So now let's do the bunnies. Okay, I started with Calypso Coral, and you'll see here I started, and I do try to use the side of it as much as possible. I did the little ears on all of them. This one I did further, this one, and then I did the little muzzle. I just tried to give it a little bit more color than all brown. I did this little patch, which would traditionally be white, right? So a little bit of pink in there. I'm going to do a little bit more on this one now. Bring it down a little more into a V. I'm just trying something different on this one. Let's do it on this one too. Okay, this one got a little bit. This one needs his little muzzle and the little ear. This one didn't get any in the ear. Oh, where's the one I did do? Oh, it's underneath it. All right, so let me get rid of the white paper so maybe you guys can see better. All right. Oh, and we did the little cottontail. Who says you can't have pink cotton? Right? It's just the white. Just really wasn't going to stand out for me. So that's the Calypso Coral. Now, because of the color, this is the Old Summer Sun. Okay, so I wanted the bow tie because I'm using old cardstock I have. This is a great use for it. So I matched this yellow that I wanted to match his bow tie. I can come in here. And I wanted this nice and saturated, just like with ink when you're sponging. You can add it, but you just can't take it off. So you can do it light and then more pressure from the tip, and I can make it that nice dark saturated yellow. Which my mother was so fond of. All right, so that's all done. And let's go back to the, let's do the carrots. Let's do all these little carrots now. Because you can do it anyway. You can see over here where I did the brown. Just do carrots, right? We can finish this one up later. When I'm done, I'm going to do carrot. That looks like a carrot. No more carrots. So we can do all these carrots. You don't have to do it all the brown first. You can do it any way that makes you happy. And depending on how you stamp it will determine where your carrots are. You can see that my carrots are in different positions. All right. So let me show you this one. We're going to do the chocolate chip. I just came in. Now, this one, I forgot to ground them out. I'm going to need to add a little bit in here to give them some ground. And I'm using, like, am I using the wrong color? No. All right, starting up in here, you can just kind of make a line. That's going to ground our bunnies. Right? Do you see how I'm lightly, you can make it darker by just going back over it. I mean, it really isn't too time consuming. I just try to work around the leaves. Sometimes I get the leaves, sometimes I don't. That looks like it should be a carrot, so I'm going to color that one in. And let's add this to make sure that's a carrot, because that's got that big leaf. There we go. All right, so now we're using early espresso. Now early espresso, I'm going to come into all these little bits and just give it a little kiss, just like you would like with your darker of the blending inks of the alcohol markers, you know, like you would come in to give it some highlighting, shading. That's all this is doing, except I don't have to really blend it. I'm just adding a darker color. Oops, that one needs, this is a carrot down in there, so we're going to give it a bit of a carrot look. Okay, now it looks like I'm doing all of it. Wasn't intending to. So this is the old olive. This is my greens. Hank, by the way, did not make it staying up all night long. He crashed. This is where I actually went over that leaf. I missed. My pencil got carried away with me. I mean, if you wanted to make white bunnies, the pink really highlights them well. Have white rabbits. I wanted brown rabbits. Mine are wild bunnies, but I've seen white, you know, snow bunnies. Okay. So there's that. And then just bring some of this lighter color in. It's a wet, wet day. It's making slush out of my driveway with all the snow. That one missed a little old olive in there. So now for the bunnies. Looks like I'm working on this one. So much for that one, right? Okay, bunnies, bunnies, and bunnies is pecan pie. So I'm using the tip to do the ears darker, outlining them, and then everywhere going around. Like that. We're just going to go around all of those little areas. And his little tail. And here I want it kind of dark. Little. I want it to stay kind of, when I go into color the eyes, I wanted to leave, ooh, that one needs the pink. This ear I forgot, so use the side of it. like that much better. Leave his eyes kind of white. Do his arms. That I just can't hold it right. So let's try if we just color this one in, and then I can outline him. Okay, let's color him in. Just a quick little spritzing. This one needs a little darkening there. And it wasn't meant to be difficult, but what I really like about doing with this one doesn't have any there, is taking the blue. I don't know if you can see it, but it does have blue on there. Here you can see the half without width. I'll finish that one up. So you do need to and we have our blue sky and our carrot patch. You can add a little darker down here. I don't know, I think this is so cute. And this is not hard coloring. So let's put our card together. I know, that's why I didn't do two. The time. So let's do this. So there's an insert. There's this one. Let's put our card together. So the inside piece first. And then I'll show you what one would look like with that other option piece in a second. So this is the inside. Okay. This is what it would be without the layer, which is fine. I just think this just makes that little bow detail on him stick out and just brings your eye to it. No bling on this. It wasn't meant to. Very simple card making. I mean, you could jazz this up in so many ways. You could have die cut the bunnies out, put them on dimensionals. There are all kinds of ways you could have jazzed this up. But there is my beginner card. You can wink a Stella this. You can add glitter glue, which, oh yeah. Hold on. Yes, baby. Okay. Glitter glue, right? Look at this. Okay. I even have orange glitter glue, which I could do on the carrots, but this is almost all gone. Let's see, is any going to come out, or I'm going to have to grab the other? Here it comes. This is from Christmas last year from a paper pumpkin. I'm trying to get it used. Look at this. Okay, and then just do the little carrots and their carrot tops. Boy, this is getting thrown away after this because this is really hard to squeeze. I don't want to do it all. I just wanted to do some of them. So look how darling that is. Just a few. Okay, that's how easy it is to do that. Now, let's step it up with adding this. So where is the one? This one. Now remember, this is the one that's just on that, what is it? What do you call those? Little note cards, you know, you take for school and stuff that I keep for junk journaling. I had some on my desk and they were about the size, right size for me to stamp on for scratch paper sitting here. Oh, this one probably needed to be cut down. I didn't think about that. The other one's perfect. Well, there we go. This one, it's still going to work. Now this one is going to cover that right up. So this is 3/4 of an inch by 3. I will put this option down there. So this will be option number 2. Option number 1 will be the layered colored cardstock. Right. This one's going to say hello friend on it. Just a little bit different look. You see, you guys probably can't see this, and I probably just put my finger in the glitter glue. Then when I'm done with this, I'm going to finish coloring the other one and get it glued down on a card base. Oops, I didn't hold it down enough. And this one for the inside. I'm going to go check on Hank, though I believe he's in the garage with hubby working on that trail bike. Whatever clutch, torque converter clutch thingy, that's its torque converter something or other. I am so not technical with it. So this one still needs colored. And where's our envelope? So this one, option, right? Is it straight? It's too late now, but anyway, so this is the original. This is what you could do. So option, and then here's this one. You could do this, right? Because let me get a paper clip. Okay, you could just have it on the card base, or it could be on the card base itself stamped, right? Or add, option number 1 is the colored cardstock. Option number 3 is the colored cardstock and the little 3/4 inch strip with the little punch there. So there are 3 options available to change this card. And I love the stickly glitter glue, guys. I just do. So I hope you guys like these cute little note cards. I think they came out adorable. I think this one is my favorite. This one will be just like this one when I get done. They will all have stickily glitter glue. Yes, they will. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm glad I didn't do 2 cards. I did 3, right? Why? Because I can, and I wanted to show you just, I mean, yes, the coloring is what took so long, but it is simple stamping, and coloring is simple also. It's just time consuming to show on video. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you for allowing me into your home to share my love of paper crafting, because I sincerely, oh, do I love doing this, and the best part is sharing it with you. So thank you for allowing me to do that. And please, if you have time, leave a comment. I love to wake up in the morning and read those comments, guys, and I answer them. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. And I sincerely hope you come back and visit me in my wonderland. Bye-bye for now, everyone.